Hello everyone, and welcome to this season's Christmas baking series. Yep, I've brought it back. Let's kick off our Christmas baking series. So today I'm going to be showing you how I go about making some homemade bone broth, chicken broth. Have you ever looked at the ingredients?
God, look at the ingredients. Cocaine.
Of bone broth lately. So for anybody out there that is just wanting a clean bone broth to be able to use for your soups and everything throughout the year, today we're going to be making some bone broth. Normally I will buy a rotisserie chicken, and if I happen not to have eaten it all or just want to save the carcass and some of the meat, you can freeze this if you find that you're not able to make your bone broth right away, and then you can take it out and thaw it and pop it in your pot accordingly. So we're going to start off by and it's probably less than $10 for a rotisserie chicken, and it'll give you enough bone broth possibly to last 3 or 4 months rather than just 946 mils. So let's start. I'm just going to put the whole carcass in my pot of water. I'm then going to be adding, now I'm not going to mince the garlic, I'm just going to put the whole garlic cloves in. I find whenever you're filtering your broth through a strainer or even a cheesecloth, I'm not a big fan of having little chunks of, just if you happen to have minced onion and minced garlic and stuff like that in your broth. I prefer not to have to go that route. So I'm just going to be putting some whole cloves of garlic. I'm also going to add 2 bay leaves. 1, 2, and then I'm going to do a half of a large sweet onion. Now you can also add little bits of celery or carrot. I'm gonna add some pepper. Actually, you know what? I think I have some frozen leek. Normally when you buy leek, it comes in bunches of 3. And sometimes it's really hard to consume 3 large leeks right away. So dice them all up, put them in the freezer. Perfect to pop into soups, casseroles, broth. So we're gonna add a few of our leeks to add some more flavor to our broth. Okay, now that our bone broth has boiled for a couple hours and I've also set it to cool, we're gonna pour it through a colander and get it ready to freeze.
Freeze!
There we go. Look at this beautiful bone broth.
Bone broth and gratitude.
So there's a lot of people that will put their bone broth into mason jars and they will pressure can it. because putting your bone broth, even if it's hot, into mason jars and boiling it in a pot so that it vacuum seals does not make it food safe or shelf stable, because the pH is just not correct. By like doing a water bath, it's going to make it okay to be shelf stable. So I don't have a pressure canner, and I'm going to go the route of the good old-fashioned ice cube tray.
I can't fill your ice cube tray.
So let's pour. Actually, I wonder if I got a ladle, if I would make a lot less mess. Okay, our ice cube trays of bone broth are now frozen. I'm going to be taking them out of the freezer, and we're going to be putting them in our large freezer bags. This is how we are going to store them over the next few months while we consume them. Okay, so here we have a big bag of cubed bone broth that we can take out and use whenever we need it, or if we just even want just a single cup of bone broth. Thanks everyone for tuning in for part 1 of my Christmas baking series. We'll see you again soon, everyone. Bye-bye.